He's Nigerian.
No, my guy, he's Ghanaian. Obi Aoko KNUC. They're now Kano.
I said he is Nigerian. I have proof. I see his name, Olua. How is Olua a Ghanaian?
If he's Nigerian, why do we keep on selecting him? Why are we not supporting our own? Do Nigerians do the same for our artists? We need to be serious in this country. Take his name out.
But boss.
I said take his name out. Unifrim. No awards for any foreigners, my guy.
One of the worst things that can ever happen to you is to not know who you are. Now listen carefully. Of course you know who you are, but who you are do not want you because you are too attached to who you are not. Too attached that you said something praising who you are not. That cost you your whole career and made who you are angry. Also made you realize that you are not loved in the industry. Now who you are not embraced you initially, but then they saw your real name and they realized that you are not who they thought you were. So they began sidelining you. By now some people have caught wind to who I am talking about. Even though his stage name meant the opposite, his life was really hard. But there are some parts of the story that are hidden. Up till date, you never got to know. Until now. So grab a popcorn and let me tell you about an artiste who had no identity. You cannot step in the same river twice. A saying only a handful of people understand. It reflects constant change. The water is never the same when you step in a river. Well, there's a state in the heart of Nigeria that embodies this saying very well. River State. Constant motion, constant change. On the 19th of July 1991, change was brought to the lives of a beautiful couple, Port Harcourt to be specific. And they named that change Oluwatosin Oluwole Ajibade. And contrary to the usual music story, Oluwatosin was not from a poor upbringing. Oluwa's dad was a pilot, mom, businesswoman. With this early exposure to wealth, one might think that Oluwa might look up to his dad and follow his footsteps. Well, no. His father actually did one thing that will affect his life for good. Two things, actually. Number one, his father introduced him into music. Number two, now this is where his identity began to pay close attention.
Ọkọ mi, ẹ fi sílẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kó ṣe n tó fẹ́ ṣe.
Kí ni túmọ̀ kí n jẹ́ kó ṣe tó? When he starts paying light bill in this house, wá lè ṣe tó ń gbà yẹn. But for now, no, mi ò gbọ́ nǹkankan. He has to do whatever I want him to do. Ṣé o gbọ́?
Ọkọ mi.
Don't honey me. I keep saying this countless times. Why are you and your son trying to stress my life? Do you know how hard I work? Can you imagine? I pay school fees, water bill, light bill, and you want to dictate to me how I should raise my son? If he wants to do what he wants to do, he has to leave my house.
But he also has personal dreams now. Let him follow his dreams.
Follow dreams, ke? Is he a disciple? Iṣẹ́ pilot gangan lọmọ mi máa ṣe, ó parí. Kódà mo mú lọ sí Ghana bye. Gbogbo kátàkátà tó ń sọ yìí will not change my mind. Where's this boy safe? Oluwatosin.
Sir?
Wow. Yara.
Sir?
Oya, pack your bags. I lọ sí Ghana.
Kí ló ṣe?
Wo lọ sí university. Why? Kí ló dé? Má bí mi lẹ́jọ́ o. Oya, lọ kẹ́rù ẹ̀. Má rú mi lẹ́jọ́ òṣì. Má kẹ́gbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́ o. I'll be watching you.
Now, this was the second decision his dad made. Oluwatosin was 16 at that time. But he was excited. He was going to the second most prominent city in Ghana, Kumasi. Leaving his country, Nigeria, was one reason for his excitement. But that was not the most important reason. The most important reason? Freedom. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, was the school that he was sent to study, listen up, mechanical engineering. His dad was actually engineering his life in a way that Oluwatosin would take after him when he's done. But once Oluwatosin's feet landed in KNUST, and his dad being miles away, he had different plans. Now, KNUST is a university with different cultures, and it is known as one of the best universities in West Africa for STEM, science and technology. But there's one problem. You can only achieve this level of prestige by having one thing: boring people in the university who came there to only learn. You see, the thing is that Oluwatosin has lived his whole life under strict parenthood. His dad, an Air Force pilot. No big joke. He's not coming here to continue that boring educational life. No, never. So he decided to change that by bringing more life to KNUST. The aim was simple: make KNUST fun. Booking artists, throwing parties, organizing events, you name it. Oluwatosin was your guy. So he formed Swagger Entertainment. He gained a reputation in school and was now known as Tosin Swagger. This was his life now, his newfound love. But remember, he's an engineering student. And anybody who knows engineering knows that you can't combine partying and studying. Impossible. So he devised a strategy.
People will do my assignment for me. They will sign my attendance for me even when I'm not in class, just because he's famous.
Over time, his reputation began to grow more and more and more, to a point that Oluwatosin was undeniably the best event organizer in the whole of KNUST. Swagger Entertainment, a Nigerian guy coming to shut down Ghana. You see, life was good for Oluwatosin until it was not. The best event organizer in the whole of KNUST. Well, not for long. He was tested, and there's only one person to blame: Wande Coal. Now, before you all get angry, Wande Coal was to blame, but he was also not to blame. Now listen up. Remember I said Oluwatosin was the best event organizer in the whole of KNUST, right? Good. Now he decided to upgrade, take it a step further by organizing an award show called the Swagger Entertainment Awards. And he booked 3 names: Sarkodie, Afrobeats, Wande Coal. Students paid a lot of money for that show. Now the D-Day comes around and everybody's anticipating the big boys, especially Wande Coal. A few hours to the show, Tosin receives a phone call. Hey, Tunchi!
Yo!
Charlie, where's the sound guy?
He said he's caught up in traffic. Oh.
Bro, can you hear yourself? By this time, you're telling me traffic. I gave the guy 6 p.m. to be here by 6 p.m. Oh my God, Ghanaians and their time. Oh, bro, we have 30 minutes more. 30 minutes. See, the people are outside already. Oh. Who is buzzing my phone at this time too that I'm hot? Who is buzzing my phone now? Eh? I hope it's not bad news this guy wants to tell me, because I'm not prepared for any bullshit. Hello? Hello, yo, what's up?
Wande Coal is not coming.
How? You can't do this to me now. I have paid you.
Paid who? Wande Coal never received full payment. No full payment, Wande Coal is not coming.
But how? How can you tell me this at this time now? People are waiting. A few minutes to performance. Oh, come on, please.
I'm sorry, my guy. It's too late. Next time, do business correctly.
We want Wande. 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 Ha, Timitan. We want Wande. We want Wande.
Hello?
Hello, please, is this Sakuri's management? Please, let me talk to Sakuri.
Hey, yo, Sak! Yeah, Charlie, some boy be there the line talk, bro. He says he want to talk to you. Yeah. Yo, what be your name?
Oluwatosin.
Say, Nicola Oluwatosin. Aye. Okay, hold on.
Alright, thank you very much.
Huh?
Sakuri, see, I know my money is not enough. See, I only have $2,000. Please, I am a student. Please, my whole reputation depends on you right now. I beg you, please, in the name of God, I beg you.
Fine.
Whew. Relieved, Oluwatosin made the next phone call. Hello, Artiste. See, I beg you in the name of the Abba Father who made the heavens and the earth.
Say less, my boy. We're already coming. Sakuri has told us.
Whew, that was a close one. But it was that day that Tosin realized that he was not invincible after all. You think this particular story is scary, eh? It gets worse. Tosin decided to go again. I mean, event organizing is in his blood. This time, he called the show Nigerian Reunion in Ghana. And there was one big artiste he had in mind. MI. He can't just call MI on phone and book it. No. As a sign of respect, he actually went to Nigeria to MI's Shulele house to book him for this show in Ghana. He then came back to Ghana thinking that everything was fine and began promoting the show. Hey guys, Nigeria Reunion, MI is coming. Again, people began to pay for the tickets. Let me remind you of something. When money enters a situation, shit gets real. The D-Day came around and shit got real for Tosin as he saw a message from a Twitter user called The Genie, and it read, possible. No. Wait. What do you mean? Tosin thought, like bro, it's a few hours to the performance. A mob is waiting outside to hear MI perform. One thing that I know about rap fans is they aren't the friendliest fans. Now Tosin is left in a cursed predicament. He does not know what to do. He had only one option.
I had to perform. I didn't even know I was a performer. I had to perform.
You might be laughing by now, but I want you to remember that it was not funny to him. At that point, fans were waiting for MI. He didn't show up. Here's the thing. That was the only option for Tosin. The lesser evil. After he dropped the mic that day, he took the back door and ran away for his safety. This particular incident showed him one thing. Two things actually. Number one, these artist managers, man. Number two, that he was a performer. It's either he's a lucky child or he's actually a performer. Now this opened brand new doors for him, and that is how the Mr Eazi brand was formed. And here was the point he called himself Mr Eazi. At this point he began to release music, still underground. There was something special about him that time. He had this lackadaisical attitude towards music, but that was his selling point. He was literally the first artist to slow down Afrobeat. Word began to spread that Tosin is now Mr Eazi and he's transitioning into music. He then released a debut mixtape called About to Blow, which included this famous song. But there's one thing I forgot to tell you. Even before he started releasing music, back home in Nigeria, his father did something that will bring shock and reality into his life. It was end of sem, vacation. Tosin had to go home, so he went, of course. He misses his family. Now back home, his father called him.
Oluwatosin!
Yes, sir.
Wa. Gbà lọ́wọ́ mi. Gbà. Kí leléyìí?
It's a pay slip, sir.
Pàtẹ́wọ́ fúnra ẹ̀. Orí ẹ pé. Good. Now read. What is there? How much is there?
$10,000, sir.
All right. Now tell me, how much is your KNUST fees?
$7,000, sir.
Kò tí sòwò ọkọ̀ ń bẹ o, ṣé o mọ̀?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo mọ̀, sir.
Kò tí sòwò ilé ń bẹ o, ṣé o mọ̀?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo mọ̀, sir.
Now, how much is written in the KNUST handbook that you brought?
$1,000 for upkeep, and my accommodation in Brunei is $1,500, sir.
Good. Oya Papo, what do you get?
$9,500, sir.
Agba calculator. Orí ẹ pé. Now remind me, how much are you seeing on my pay slip? Sọ̀rọ̀ sókè jàre.
$10,000, sir.
Good. That's only you. Now your sister comes in the picture. I am paying the same thing. That's almost $20,000 school fees. Shobo, my 2-month salary, Tosin. My 2-month salary. Now listen carefully. If that money ever finishes, unless you command manna from heaven, don't even try to call home for more. Shobo.
Benny, sir. That's a very tough conversation to have with your dad, to be honest. But this was a wake-up call for Mr. Eazi. He realized that this small event organization was a risk. Because, to be honest, they were losing more money than they were gaining. But it was just because of the love for the game. He then thought to himself, no, I got to do more to sustain myself. This money is not enough. And that's when he entered 2 businesses. The first one is what everybody knew him for: the buying and selling of phones, phone business in general. He even had a shop with his guys back in Computer Village, Nigeria. Now the second business is what a lot of people don't know about. And it was in Ghana. The location, Breposu in the western region, to be precise. And there's only one thing that is done in that region. Gold. He used to buy gold, come back and refine it and sell it. Now, why is this important to this story? Oh, it is. It's because Mr. Eazi had a specific dressing every time he went to buy the gold. Does this look familiar? Now, fast forward to when he was releasing music now. Here's the thing. One day, Mr. Eazi just came back from buying gold. Listen up. He went to his friend's studio. And of course, because of his involvement in the party and organization and everything, he had a lot of friends in the industry. And at that time, that friend of his was putting his song up on the airwaves, 360 knobs to be precise. And that airwaves requested that they get a profile photo of Mr. Eazi for the song. Once he entered the studio, his friend told him,
I just went into the studio and they just took like a passport and sent it to them.
whilst he was wearing that dressing he used to buy the gold with. Now that's how that brand was curated. By mistake. It was not like they sat down doing some serious brainstorming of how to brand Mr. Eazi and no. It was just the right place at the right time. But around that time, Mr. Eazi has not yet decided whether he wanted to do music or not. He was still dabbling in other businesses. Until something happened.
Hello, Mr. Eazi?
Hello? Who is this?
Yeah, this is Musma from New York. Sup, bro?
Sup?
Bro, I need a feature. From you.
From me?
Yeah, bro, I'm serious. I'm willing to pay any amount, man. Just name it.
Wait, how much are you willing to pay?
$1,500? Is that okay?
Imagine you are not sure you want to enter the music industry and someone offers you this amount for a feature. Mr. Eazi then realized that no, this music thing is for him. So he closed down other businesses and went hard on the music shit. And that's what gave us the Mr. Eazi we know of today. Well, about the identity part, it gets a little confusing, so stay with me closely. For the longest time, Ghanaians thought Mr. Eazi was Ghanaian. And Nigerians, did not even know who Mr. Eazi was, because he had his growth in Ghana. Because of that, most of the time, that influenced most of his decisions. Take note of what I just said right now. Now, the thing too is that Ghanaians supported Mr. Eazi even after they found out that he was not Ghanaian. But not the gatekeepers of Ghana. Remember the intro. 2016 was the year the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards VGMA was on. Mr. Eazi has been shutting down Ghana left, right, center with so many hits. The problem was that he was not Ghanaian. And he came to that reality when he was not selected for any award. Any Ghanaian award, to be specific. The African ones, fine. Now the spokesperson for Charterhouse, who were the organizers of the VGMA, came out to say that, of course, Mr. Eazi can be selected for the African category, but not the Ghanaian category, because he is not Ghanaian. Simple. Now this became a thing. It was like people at the top were a little jealous of Mr. Eazi's success. Like he's Nigerian and he's blowing up in Ghana, and our own Ghanaian artist can't even blow up. How? But it's also understandable, because come on, man, Mr. Eazi is not Ghanaian, and this is a Ghanaian award show. Let's be honest. Mr. Eazi began to feel the hate at the top, but he had no bad blood towards the Ghanaian people themselves. I mean, Ghanaians are naturally hospitable. But he also realized that it was time to build a name for himself where he came from, Nigeria. And that is where more trouble began. The fame that Mr. Eazi had in Ghana began to trickle down to Nigeria. This made it very easy for him. Nigerian artists like Wizkid and Olamide already took notice of him and began collaborating with him. He gained the love and appreciation of Nigerians. Until he did not. Listen up. Mr. Eazi has always had a connection to Ghana. It even influenced his style of music, which is a fusion of Ghanaian high life and Nigerian chord progression. He did a lot of research into this music thing, and then he came up with a statement. Ghana's influence over present-day Nigerian sound cannot be overemphasized. Oh, this caused an uproar in Nigeria. Man, it was bad. Very, very bad. Mr. Eazi did not actually think that this would go as far as it did. It eventually got him cancelled in Nigeria because Nigerians told him, hey, go to Ghana. They've disowned him, basically. Here's the funny thing. The Nigerian celebrities that Mr. Eazi was cool with all of a sudden turned on him and began to trash talk him to the Nigerian people more. It became like a trend to hate Mr. Eazi. Mr. Eazi felt lost because his real people do not like him anymore, and the people at the top in Ghana too don't like him. Now he is stuck in the middle with no identity. This uproar eventually died down, as everything on the internet does. But it left a bitter aftertaste in the mouths of some Nigerians. Now they naturally don't like him or anything he does. And that was when Mr. Eazi knew that it was time
to get out of Lagos. It's time to go to London.
This brought the Lagos to London album. You know the hits already. Or should I play them? Some Nigerians did not like the album, but not for the reason you think. This Oluwatosin guy just keeps on winning. His album, they do well. I thought we cancelled him. Mr. Eazi kept on doing his thing, but this time a little more secluded. He had passion for business already from his phone and gold business, remember? So he then went on to form Empower in 2018. And the main reason was because of freedom. Remember that word? And now we have Joe Boy, Fave, you name it. But according to Mr. Eazi, his efforts were being played down by some Nigerians. He did not understand why. But it was about to get even worse when he did this thing to his haters. How is this possible? This ugly looking nigga bagging on Otedola.
Okay, we never talk this one.
But you talk something in the lines of that.
No, we not talk anything in the lines of anything.
Okay, what about his mouth like two sausages put together?
Now your own.
His eyes always yellow.
Okay, now you there, sugar.
I'm not gonna lie for you. Okay, see to it now. Eh?
Nah.
Now there was one thing that people did not like about him. Some people, to clarify. Mr. Eazi, first of all, bargained Temi Otedola. Secondly, marrying her. No. They saw Mr. Eazi as undeserving. Yeah, that's the word, undeserving. Now he's benefiting from the Otedola's name. Ah man, it seems like Mr. Eazi cannot catch a break. But he decided to embrace all this hate by releasing an album on the 27th of October 2023 that will address everyone. Evil genius. Mr. Eazi is now stuck between two worlds. Ghana, who put him on, Nigeria, who brought him to the world. They have both contributed to his happiness as well as his pain. He has money, alright, but money cannot replace humans. Human validation, the need to be loved by humans. That's why Mr. Eazi is much more secluded now. He realized that he was chasing the wrong validation from a crowd outside, whether Ghana or Nigeria, who did not know him. But the real crowd that he should chase were the ones who loved him from day one, who know him more than we do. His family. Now he has another family, and that's the identity that matters.
Georgia, by the way you